Today, we're going to embark on a journey that so many of us dream of taking, a sacred pilgrimage from Pune to the holy city of Ujjain, home to the magnificent Mahakaleshwar. Together, we'll walk through exactly how you can plan this divine journey, step by step.
You know, there's a beautiful belief that a pilgrimage really begins not with a booking, but with a calling from deep within. It's such a powerful thought, isn't it? It reminds us that this journey to Mahakal is so much more than just travel. It's a spiritual awakening, where every single step you take is a part of the blessing.
So, you felt that inner call. What's next? Well, it's the sankalp, that sacred vow or intention to begin. This is that beautiful moment where the feeling in your heart starts to take shape as a real plan, creating a strong foundation for your entire pilgrimage.
All right, now let's get into the details of the journey itself. How exactly do we get from Pune all the way to Ujjain? Let's break down the practical side of the path that lies ahead.
The distance you'll be covering is roughly 675 kilometers. Now that might sound like a long way, but just imagine it. Every kilometer is a step on a path of devotion, bringing you closer and closer to the divine presence of Mahakal.
You've got a few really great options to choose from for this trip. Taking a road trip gives you all the freedom and usually takes about 12 to 13 hours. A journey by train has its own steady, rhythmic charm and can take around 10 to 12 hours. Or if you're short on time, you can always fly to the nearest airport indoor and then grab a cab, which makes the total travel time just a few hours. It really just depends on the kind of experience you're looking for. For those of you who love a good road trip, that 12 or 13-hour drive doesn't have to be done all in one go. You can absolutely break it up with a nice, restful overnight stay. Cities like Nashik, Dhule, or even Indore are perfectly located right on the route, giving you some great options to recharge before you continue your yatra.
So you've arrived in Ujjain. You'll find there are plenty of places to stay. For a really authentic, traditional experience, you have budget-friendly dharamshalas. Of course, there are also lots of comfortable mid-range hotels. But here's a little tip. If you can, try to book a place near the Mahakal Temple. It just makes everything so much easier, especially for attending the early morning rituals, and it keeps you connected to the city's spiritual heart.
And now, let's move to the very heart of our pilgrimage, the experience of Darshan in the city of Mahakal. This is what it's all about, that moment of being in the presence of the divine and feeling that deep connection.
The Bhasma Aarti is probably the most profound and unique ritual in all of Ujjain. It's a pre-dawn ceremony where the Jyotirlinga is awakened and anointed with sacred ash from a funeral pyre, which symbolizes the eternal cycle of life and death. It's an incredibly powerful experience, and because of that, it's very sought after. You absolutely have to plan and book your spot for this well in advance.
For a smooth darshan at Mahakaleshwar, it really helps to know a few things ahead of time. There are different types of darshan available, but the most important thing is booking your slot for the Bhasma Aarti online through the temple's official website. And trust me on this, these slots fill up incredibly fast, sometimes weeks or even months in advance, so you have to plan ahead. Also, if you're someone who prefers smaller crowds, think about visiting during the quieter months.
Another absolutely essential stop on your Ujjain yatra is the Kaal Bhairav Temple. It's just a few kilometers from the main Mahakal shrine. This temple is famous for a truly unique and ancient tradition. Here, the main offering, or prasad, that's given to the deity is actually liquor. It's a fascinating practice that's central to the worship of this fierce form of Lord Shiva.
Now, if you want to make your spiritual journey even more complete, many pilgrims choose to visit a second Jyotirlinga nearby. So let's talk about making the yatra to Omkareshwar.
Omkareshwar is located about 140 kilometers from Ujjain. That distance makes it a perfect and very manageable day trip to add to your pilgrimage itinerary.
And you know, the journey itself is a beautiful part of the experience. The drive takes about 3 to 4 hours, and it takes you through these serene and beautiful landscapes of rural Madhya Pradesh. It's just a wonderfully peaceful transition from one holy site to the next.
So, what makes this extra journey so worth it? Well, Omkareshwar is just layered with spiritual significance. First, it's one of the 12 revered Jyotirlingas. And get this, the temple is located on an island that is naturally shaped like the sacred symbol Om. As if that wasn't amazing enough, it rests right on the banks of the holy Narmada River. Okay, so we've covered all the incredible destinations. Now, let's pull it all together into a practical plan. Here's a suggested itinerary and a few final tips to help guide you on your divine journey. A 3-day plan works beautifully for this kind of trip. On day 1, you travel and get settled in, maybe with a quiet evening darshan at a local temple. Day 2 is the main event. You'll attend the early morning Bhasma Aarti, and then visit the Mahakaleshwar and Kaal Bhairav temples. Then on day 3, you can complete that sacred circuit with a day trip to Omkareshwar before you start your journey home. It makes for a truly packed and fulfilling pilgrimage.
Just a little bit of preparation can make sure your yatra is peaceful and blessed. The most important thing, book your Aarti and your accommodation well in advance. Also, be prepared for crowds, especially if you're traveling during a festival. A great tip is to start your temple visits early in the day to beat the rush. And of course, above all, just approach every moment with respect for the local customs and traditions.
As we bring our guide to a close, let's just hold this powerful chant in our hearts. Har Har Mahadev. It's a call that echoes through time, a prayer for the well-being of all, and a celebration of the divine energy that guides this incredible journey. And so, that leaves us